program is named Amped?
Yeah,
He needs a microphone on.
yeah.
My understanding from Senior Examiner Armstrong's testimony is that he used a program known as AMPED, A-M-P-E-D, the number 5. If he did use that program, AMPED 5, which is a gold standard of forensic analysis, AMPED 5 does produce a report of all manipulations or actions taken upon the start to the finish. That's the report I think we're talking about right now.
Okay.
There should be 2 of them.
I didn't hear the last thing you said.
There should be at least 2 of them, 1 for each
Okay.
change.
Anything else?
Well, I mean, we don't have to, I don't believe we have an obligation to provide that. This is a very late request. This will probably push rebuttal into tomorrow, because he's gonna have to go, if these reports exist, and I am not saying that they do, he'd have to go back, he's on his way here now. He'd have to go back to the crime lab and get them.
Well,
So-
can you reach him? And
I mean, I can certainly try.
why don't you do that? I'm not going to worry about anything till it happens. Well, let's see what can be done on that. And then, were you done on that?
Yes.
Then I did get Mr. Binger's transmission of last night, which unfortunately was not. Was there, other than the initial minute or 2, was there actual video, or was it black screen?
There was, it's like a 20-some minute compilation video with the defendant's voice.
Well, let me try it. Let me try opening it here, because at home it was there. I was able to hear the audio, but the video was all black. So I don't know what the significance of that is until I look at it. Hopefully it'll open here. I guess that's it. All right. Anything else?
I'm about to, I guess, forward an email that we just received a phone call from someone who supposedly spoke to a juror, spoke to someone who spoke to a juror. I don't think it's anything, but it just for the. Just to
That's
be,
pretty. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I'm sorry. Just to be transparent, when we get these communications, we are giving them to the court.
Excellent, and appreciate it. And we've gotten inundated, as would expect with the case with this degree of publicity, and all kinds of wild things are said, and as long as you folks are aware of them and can deal with it, or ask me to deal with it to the extent that I'm able, we'll do it. I would hate to be someone who got caught doing some of this stuff. All right. Anything else?
I'm just going to call Mr. Armstrong. I just want to verify.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you want
Go ahead, what you have to do
Well, they
to,
might be moving the witness.
Well, just because he
Oh.
won't be able to see the TVs from so far away.
oh, okay, so you're gonna stay in the usual place?
I
Oh,
if we can work it out.
bless you. people some, how long will that take to move your cameras? Okay. I guess that's the plan, so.
Jury.
Are you ready to roll them? All right. Ready for the jury?
Yes.
Oh, one more thing. I have now opened again the link that you sent me from the Washington Post. And it won't open now. I was doing better before. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. Okay.
During a summer marked by protest.
Yeah, this looks like it's complete, so I'll take a look at it at the break. Okay. Get the jury down. Yeah, good morning, and good morning, everyone. And you're seated a little differently for convenience purposes. Some technical reasons have dictated this temporary change, and it makes no other difference in the case. And then I wanted to just observe that it's Veterans Day. And any veterans in the room, on the jury, or anywhere else? Well, that's unusual not to have at least somebody in here. But Dr. Black is what branch?
Army, sir.
Okay, and I think we give a round of applause to the people who've served our country. Okay, so you may proceed.
Defense will call Dr. John Black to the witness stand.
Raise your right hand. Do solemnly swear the testimony about the given this matter with the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
You may be seated.
Doctor, I'm going to hand you a series of documents and then ask you to testify and authenticate to them, please. First document I'd like you to look at is Defense Exhibit 140.
Yes, sir.
And what is that?
This is the curriculum vitae of me, Annex A, that was tendered with my expert report.
And how long is that document?
43 pages, sir.
And does that include your life and professional experiences?
It includes the highlights of them, but yes, sir.
And what I want to get into is a little bit of your background as it applies to this case. Have you ever worked in a law enforcement capacity?
Yes, sir, I have.
How long?
Approximately 23 years.
Where?
Washington County, Oregon.
Is there a city around there that we?
It's the first county to the sort of, if you're looking at it, between the coast and Portland.
Okay. And what were your duties in that department?
My duties range from a lot of stuff. I started as a patrol officer. It would be actually a deputy. From there, I was a corporal. Became a sergeant, again, in patrol or operations, what you commonly think about as patrolling. I was also a training sergeant. I then became a lieutenant, and there's 4 divisions in there: corrections, patrol, investigations, and support, sort of you think the way it operates. And then I was a lieutenant and in some cases acting commander, which is the person that oversees all the operations within those individual divisions. Additionally, I oversaw professional standards, which is the unit that oversees if things are done right, if things can become better, to include internal affairs. And then I was also the person that oversaw and designed the use of force program within that agency.
At any time in the employment in law enforcement, did you have an opportunity to work with videographic evidence?
Oh, absolutely. As a deputy coming up, we would commonly use video type of evidence in our investigations. I mean, think about robberies or anything else, and you have ATM video or similar type of things. When I oversaw such things in the jails are commonly monitored with cameras, and if there was allegations of complaints, and for a period of time, as the jail operations lieutenant, I oversaw every allegation of a complaint. We would review evidence to include the video evidence. That would have been the time frame for that. As I oversaw the detective division, detectives, which oversaw sex crimes, homicides, car task force, fraud, you name it, it was underneath the detective division. Again, video evidence is pervasive. It's used throughout. And then we would have to make sure that the examination of such video evidence would withstand challenge in court, and more importantly, that we were doing it correctly. So I would commonly be, as the head of the unit on the big cases, make sure that sort of a quality control, I guess would be the best way to put it.
And in your military experience, did you have any occasion to work with videographic evidence?
Yes, sir. In the military, what the branch I was in, the service, the Army, my entire time was in what's called special operations. And because of that, I have several what they call military occupational specialties, or MOSs. One of the MOSs I have, I think the last count was about 7 of them. One of them is specifically about intelligence. Just like you think about